Hey guys, next video here. My last video I just talked about Hatred. Very sick game. I just watched the trailer again. It's very sick. I don't know. I talked about one of the biggest issues for me that I probably kind of rambled on was how they want to ban video games, violent video games, to be honest. And I'll tell you why. Well, first of all, this is not. Please do not think this is all parents. This is not. And if you're guilty of this, I'm not going to judge you. It's just don't do it. It's fine. But there are some parents out there that their kids, mommy, daddy, and screaming at them because they want this game, and they go out and buy this game. It's very violent, but they don't check the adult rating or the adult rating. What the heck? They don't check the rating. The rating doesn't matter to them anymore. Like, the rating is nothing now anymore. First thing you should do when you buy your kid a game is check the rating. I mean, come on. I don't want my kid playing some violent game. When I'm playing GTA 5, there are tons of children playing that game. There is a rating for a reason. We don't need to ban violent video games. If parents would just simply check the rating and be like, no, honey, you're not getting this game or this game or this game or this game, blah, 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 it wouldn't be so damn fucking difficult. And you should raise your kids to know the difference between fantasy and real. There's no fucking reason for your kid to be like, oh, I can do this and that, and I can kill people. No, raise your kid right. Come on, don't let your kid, play these fucking violent video games until they're ready to, or until they're taught that there's a difference. I hate when parents do that. Parents need to be more strict about more strict and have moderation in their life. Like this, you can't play this game and this game. I never had that as a kid, so I'm alright. But sometimes I wish I did. Kids aren't always lucky enough to know the difference between fantasy and real. And they think banning violent video games is going to help. Well, not really, because when us mature are trying to enjoy it, they're going to let it get banned because of children. No, not even that. Because of parents who don't want to check the rating and let their kids play this game, and the kids grow up to be some sociopath because of this video game. And I'm not saying video games make you sociopath, but when you play it at a young age and you play every day because parents don't know when to say, okay, enough's enough, then they're going to end up doing a school shooting, and that's all they know is video games. That's all they know is violent video games. There's no moderation in their household. Parents don't give a fuck. So the kid grows up knowing all he knows about video games, and turns violent, and apparently, and simply because parents will not have moderation or tell them what game they can and can't get. When I have a kid, my kid's not going to be playing GTA 5. My kid's not going to be playing these violent video games until I know that he or she is ready and knows the difference between fantasy and reality. Parents do not think that they're doing anything sometimes when they come, but they're doing more harm than good. This is one of the biggest issues for me, guys. I'm being serious here. This is one of my most biggest issues. Banning violent video games is not good. What's that going to do? What's that going to do? That, if you think about it, that's our freedom of speech. And you're going to ban it because parents don't want to have moderation in their household. They're too damn fucking lazy to have moderation. And I'm sorry for rambling, but this is not, please don't think this is directed at all parents. Most parents are good about this. There are some parents, however, they'll be like, oh, honey, you want a PS4 and you want this violent game. Okay. Like Hatred, for instance. A parent, if you go out and buy your kid a game like Hatred, especially for his PC, since it's only a PC, not consoles, especially with an adult rating, you should be held liable. You are buying a minor a video game. That's like when you're a parent and you buy your kids cigarettes. If you have to be 18 or older for something, then there's a reason for it. But parents don't do that, and they'll still buy their kid the game, but there's a reason. There's a fucking reason that it's for 18 and up, because apparently it's too violent or this or that or that or that for younger to play. But parents will use, but you'll still see parents going out in there and buying their kid this game or that game or that game or that game, and it may be violent, but they're like, oh, my kid wants this game. They don't think about how their kid's gonna grow up. They think about now, and they're thinking about what their kid wants, and that's okay. But moderation, I mean, come on, people, use moderation in your household. Enough's enough. No, you cannot play this game until you know the difference or old enough, and then no, you can't. I don't know. I don't know. Some parents just choose not to, and I'm like, that's ridiculous. But then, so instead, they're gonna, in a way, take it out on like, oh, we gotta ban video games. It's a lot of it, if not all of it, is the parents that are guilty of this. The parents, not the games themselves. Don't blame the game makers or the game creators. Come on. Why, if it was the kids or the games, then there would be no game rating. There would be no ratings for games. That is why we have the game rating. Simply because you can't play this game until you're this old or this age or this age or this age or this age. That's for a good reason. So, and they still want to ban video games. I'm like, why? There's a game rating. Alright, guys, I rambled on for a good minute or two. This is one of the issues that get me flustered. Flustered. Make sure you subscribe. Would you like to see more? Subscribe to my channel to see more. Or not. Share it too. And add it to your favorites and blah 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 blah.